Hey guys, what's going on? This is gonna be my video slash audio review, I guess, for Far Cry 5, being as I don't have my webcam set up. So there's a few pictures here to show what you can do in the game, and that's about all I got for you guys. So yeah, I recently just got done playing this not too long ago. I mean, and while it was a good game, I thought the ending was something to be left kind of desired, almost like you kind of expected it in a sense. But I'm not going to try and go into spoiler territory for those of you that are still currently playing through it. I would want to think a lot of you probably have finished it by this point. The game came out last month. It's already almost a month old, so I'm thinking most people probably have it finished by now. But for the sake of people that are still currently working their way through it, I'll try not to give away anything too big. So as everyone knows, obviously it's the 5th game in the series. I mean, that's blatantly obvious. I mean, it says 5 in this title. So this game takes place in Montana, Hope County, Montana. And basically, this game does a few things differently than the other games in the series do. For one, you have your own custom character. I mean, obviously you're disembodied protagonist, so he doesn't talk too much. I don't think he talks at all, actually, to be honest. But that being said, you can choose your gender, and I don't think it really matters, but it's kind of cool that they included that feature in this game. So it's kind of like doing like Ghost Recon Wildlands did, with the whole character customization thing. So basically, the beginning of the game, I'm sure everyone's seen the beginning of the game someplace on the internet. You're flown into Hope County to basically try and stop this cult led by a guy named Joseph Seed. Obviously, in order to progress the game, you obviously have to attempt to arrest him and stuff. There is a secret ending similar to Far Cry 4 if you played Far Cry 4. Or if you wait a certain amount of time, you can kind of just beat the game without doing anything. But yeah, obviously, the way to progress the game is you have to arrest him, and then obviously all sorts of shit goes down, and so forth and so forth, and that kind of sets up the story for the game. He's obviously a nutcase, kind of he's predicting the world's gonna end and stuff. This prophecies told me about the collapse and stuff like that. So he believes in it, but everyone else thinks he's just crazy because he's a cult leader. So it's hard to say how much of what he's saying is actually true or not. So yeah, it's a really gorgeous game too. If you played it, especially on PC, if you play it ultra settings, it looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, as I said, the story is basically about stopping New Eden's Gate, this cult. And basically to do it, you kill all his family members, and then you eventually have a confrontation with him. Gameplay wise, I mean, it doesn't do anything revolutionary or anything. It feels very solid and smooth, kind of like the other games in the series did. So I'm kind of happy they kept that. They kept that pretty similar to the other games. The one thing that I know it's a small detail, but the one thing I kind of missed was sometimes when you get injured, you can do an animation to heal yourself, get a part of your health bar back. So say you got shot by an arrow or something, then you could rip the arrow out and it gives you some of your health back. Or I think anyone that's played the other games in the series, so you know what I'm talking about. That's obviously not in 5. So that kind of was a downer, but it's a small detail, so I'll let it slide. Because the rest of the gameplay was kind of still intact, with the other games in the series. This also includes a mode called Far Cry Arcade, which is basically to extend life into the game, I guess, after you're finished with the main story and whatever else you're doing in the main game. So yeah, if you want to play a multiplayer map or something, that's what Far Cry 5 is. It's similar to the snap maps from Doom, very similar. Now I'm not entirely sure, really, how much content's actually good on it yet. because I only been playing some of the maps. I know like I want to think they'll get better with time though. It's just people have to get really smart with like and figure out the map editor and stuff. But I think hopefully that'll keep the game alive for a very long time past, like I said, if you beat like the story and you still want to play something off of Far Cry, and you don't want to like quit playing it for whatever reason. Hopefully that'll extend it because I know that's the reason why it's there to extend life into the game a little bit. It's just a matter of the community utilizing the resources the best, and it's still probably going to take a little bit of time, but I think they're getting there. But otherwise, the real question is, would I recommend this game? I mean, if you liked the other games in the series, you'll probably enjoy this game. You might even say it feels like really similar to the other games and like story and premise, and just because like all the Far Cry games seem to kind of have like a very similar story in a sense. Um, but even if this is your first game, I would highly recommend playing it. Like it's just a lot of fun, and if you don't really care about the story that much or whatever, um, just doing the random shit in it, it's just a lot of fun to do. So I highly recommend it. Actually, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10, just because I mean it's a good game, but it does a lot of the same stuff that the other games in the series did. So it's not like a revolutionary game or anything. Kind of like God of War's kind of trying to become for me. That's actually a really good reboot so far, but that's not a separate review. So yeah, I would have to say, God, I wish I could.